Hi, I'm so glad that you came by. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are three what I feel are major misconceptions that people have. The first one is that life should be fair, that things should be fair. The second one is that the world owes you something, and the world owes you a living for some reason. And the third one is that the universe should make sense. It should make sense to you. Well, here's the reality. The reality is there is no such thing as fair. When my kids were growing up, they'll be the first to tell you that whenever they came out with the thing, that isn't fair, my response was always, life isn't fair, because life isn't fair. There is no such thing as fair. What is fair? Fair is completely how we see it. Fair means that I should get what you get. Well, what if you get something that I don't have and I'm going to take it from you? Then is it fair if I take it from you? No, it's only fair when we think that we're taking something from someone else. Life isn't fair. It doesn't work that way. You know, there is no such thing as fair. The second is that the world does not owe you a living. You know, Mark Twain once said, the world doesn't owe you a living. It was here first. And that's true. It owes you nothing. The world does not owe you anything. If you want a living, if you want the benefits of life, if you want to prosper and to grow, that is yours. There's the fair part. You have a fair ground that you can build the life that you want to do, but you have to work at it. You have to make that happen. You are not owed anything. And the third one is that the universe should make sense. Albert Einstein said that the universe is under no obligation to make sense to anyone. And it isn't. It's under no obligation to make sense. Matter of fact, those who study the universe, those who study life, and you look at the life on this planet and you look at the universe as a whole, you will find the more you study, the more it does not make sense. That the more it is so complicated, and this is why people understand in the whole concept of God's creation, that there had to be some intelligent design that put all this together, because it just couldn't happen. It doesn't make sense. There's no logic to the way things are created and put together and put in this world, in this universe that's out there. So when you come to the understanding that there is no such thing as fair, that the world doesn't owe you anything, and the universe will not make sense to you, when you come to understand those three things, life becomes all of a sudden much more pleasant for you. It's easier to deal with. It's easier to handle, because you've come into the understanding of three great truths that make it possible for us to succeed. To know that fairness is how we make it, that you create your own success, and that you don't have to have the universe make sense to you in order for you to succeed at your dreams. Go out and achieve those things. This is John Patrick Hickey, and I do want to encourage you to always be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world.